What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Demon Slayer season 4 episode 3. We handled the whole Giyu story there last episode. I'm glad they really kept that like concise and it didn't spread across like the entire season. Saw his backstory, saw what's going on with his mental. Seemed to have moved past it, hopefully, and we can kind of get to business here. And I don't know what you call it, like what the term is in Japanese, but his like robe or jacket, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it always stood out that it was like split like that with the two different designs. I like how they played into that. That was pretty cool. So we'll see what else we'll see what else they have to offer us. If there's going to be any hang-ups or it's just going to be them training the rest of the way. I'm curious if we dip into Muzan at all this season, because I think we got a little bit of that at the beginning of last season, or maybe just in that episode 1. Kind of see what he's mentally going through, trying to prep, trying to find out everything he's trying to find out. We know it's essentially Operation Protect Nezuko at all cost. So I would love to see one of these episodes. I don't know how many we're getting. This is number 3. I think it's less than 10. I don't know the total count that we're getting. I would love to see half an episode dedicated to, you know, him finding out that there's a demon out there that can survive the sunlight and his prep and kind of all these things. I know there's still 2 upper moons we've yet to see in action. I don't know if they're really like, are they really going to be about that life, like the 2 of them? Because just from a number standpoint, if you go from Hashira's to like the upper moons that he has left, it's just the 3, right? It's Muzan himself, which who knows, could be busted and broken. And we've got what, 1, 2, and 3. So they've essentially got 4 demons over there worth a damn. Now, what does that relate to us power-wise? I have absolutely no idea, because you know Tanjiro is going to have this massive blow-up or whatever he's destined, or bloodline destiny to become. So he'll at least be, if not as strong as Muzan, he'll probably be at least equal to 1 or 2 of those upper moons. So just from a number standpoint of like what's left on the higher ranks, we have more bodies, but are they stronger? It's like, is it 2 Hashiras per 1, or is it 3 per 1 of the upper moons that are left? I have absolutely no idea. So I would just love to see what he's prepping to do. So we'll see what we got. Drag this over here. And go. Tengen, just because you lost a hand and an eye doesn't mean you gotta take it out on us, man. I hate that they might be training these fodder to like, okay, let's skip that. Training this fodder to literally be just that, fodder. We'll see. Also, I have a couple people asking Patreon. We have the Vagabond chapters. I think we're about to be in the 190s on Patreon this week. We're also on going to be on episode 6 of Yu Yu and JoJo's. And then One Piece. Whitebeard has officially shown up and hit the scene. So that's where we're at with that. I think we'll be at like 464, 65 by the end of the week. So that's everything we got going on over there. He's like, yeah, if you call this being well. Yeah, Tanjiro is very lucky for a lot of things. Uh oh, look at him roided out of his mind and shit. Yeah, he's doing his with weight and a smile on his face. Man is yoked up. Just living life. Look at the effects on that fire. And I'll say what you want. We say this all the time, or I say it all the time. Say what you want about Demon Slayer. They do not slack on the art and animation ever. Ever. Say what you want about the story, or death fake outs, or whatever you want it to be. They never slack. They could easily slack on those trees in the background and not give them the detail, or some of the like lower level characters that don't really on, like all these kids right here. We don't know those guys' names in the back, but they don't give them just like loose lines, no faces. Like they're locked in. A lot of animes don't do that. They don't put that detail and attention into things, especially the background. Gotta give them praise for that at all times, in my opinion. And I feel like if more animes did that, it would raise the standard for like animes to do that across the board. It could really raise that across the board. We just gotta all start pumping out top 10 art and animation, from foreground to background to things that aren't in focus. Maybe every anime, like going forward, will start trying to do that. Maybe. Might be asking a lot, but you never know. Okay. This is a creepy, like, POV horror video game we've got going here. I'm curious what the end goal is here. Do we think it's like a if oh god. Here we go. Do we think like we'll come up with do you think like the demons will be cured in the end? Like there'll be a cure to revert. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Do you think there'll be a cure for all demons at the end of this story? Like there'll be shit. Now you know a real one's gonna show. You know this classic storytelling. Do you think all demons will be cured in the end of this story, turned back to humans? Do you think there'll be a way for demons to all walk in the sunlight and they all not be pieces of shit and humans and demons coexist? Or do you think it's a thing where it's like if we kill Muzan, all that kind of like oh shit, that kind of hive mind thing of if we kill Muzan, everything under him dies, which I hate that storyline kind of when stories do that, because it makes the impossible just like easily possible. We're like, because the good guys usually never have the numbers in those situations or the manpower to deal with the amount of zombies or vampires or in this case demons. So what they do to kind of like circumvent that is just kill the leader, and then all the vampires or demons or zombies they all die because the original one ceased to exist. I really don't like when they do that, but we'll see. I'm curious what the end goal for the demons are. I want to see what Inosuke and Zenitsu are up to. Is the best thing we have for patrol is a bunch of demon slayers that have never been in combat? There's gotta be a better, like, we don't have, I don't know. I feel like now that I think about it, we're very, aside from the Hashiras and, you know, our prodigy kids here, of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, etc. What do we really have? Because I feel like we stay getting just infiltrated and beat up on. Like, how does a demon get that close? Like, he's here. He's in the training area, in the training grounds. We don't have a sensory division or any kind of barrier or anything. Yeah, this might get really bad here. Like, body's gonna start dying. It's so crazy how they just have him jacked out of his mind. Bro, he was already gonna join. Yeah, is that not part of the deal or what? See if he can do it. Yep. Then you win and I'll join. Correct. So let's see it. Then eat. Dang, I think I said this last time. Now I want some soba noodles or ramen. As long as it's not pho. Pho's got to be the worst thing ever, right? We all agree with that, correct? Are we halfway? Holy shit, we are. I feel like we've gotten little to nothing this entire episode. Okay, here we go. Mitchell's supposed to be training? Agreed. These kids are like, what? These kids are just going to the slaughter, man. They're not going to be of any use. What are they going to do, man? They're just literally going to the slaughter. Can we not send a Hashira on rotation? I know it might be beneath them, but like, yeah, can we talk about you guys getting pulled in that dimension? The hell is this? Mm-hmm. And you figure if they could disappear like that, they could probably show up anywhere too. Oh, there's a demon hideout you don't know about. That is correct. Never found a way back in. Yep. Which means somebody has an ability to create that. Yep. Do you think Snake Boy gets in a dramatic fight and it gets so dramatic that it ends up cutting the tape off of his face and we end up seeing his full face? Oh, it's gonna be bad. I don't know what these kids are going to be able to do. I don't know what they're going to do. Let's hear it, boys. Might as well. I mean, that's literally the only way that these guys are going to be able to get pushed to that limit. I mean, what are they going to do? They can only run around a mountain and spar with training tools so much. If the Hashiras, I feel like, want to be pushed to that level of, like, heart rate this and this, they've got to throw hands with each other, correct? I want to see some Hashira training, like Hashira's training. Maybe we get it. And where's Wind Hashira's brother? Where's Bakugo at? We're definitely going to need to see him, like, with his half-demon self. Yeah, I think what's going to really help a lot, which we already know is going to happen with Tanjiro, Zenitsu and Inosuke are really going to have to be like borderline Hashira level. I'm just very curious how we're going to deal with these other upper moons. And how strong do they end up making Muzan? Is it destined fate that like the story is going to end up with like classic like Tanjiro versus Muzan? Or will it be like Tanjiro and his sister versus Muzan? Or like what do they plan to do with that? I don't know. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, you hope that this training doesn't turn into like a real thing here. Not some My Hero Academia, like, oh, we're out on the mountain, huh? This is funny, this is scary. Like, no, 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 there's actual bad guys here. Because we did see one of the upper four now. When we see kids start to get slaughtered. Can Tanjiro take a one-handed Tengen? Probably. Well, he's done. Tanjiro, protect. Let's go. Lock in, buddy. Well, they're dead. 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 They're dying, man. They're dying. Well, this is about, I think, how it'll go. Need a little bit of help here. And this is exactly what's going to happen to them on the battlefield. Yep. Correct. Now it's stay together. You lost 80% of the people you were supposed to protect. There we go, finally. Well, it's good they're giving him some, I guess, moment to shine here because he's not going to be of any use, I'm assuming. Honestly, now that we talk about it, he actually needs to show up with one hand. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's got to bring his ass back out and help. I'm not gonna lie. I need you to like figure it out, buddy. He's gonna have to come out of retirement. I'm not gonna bullshit you. So strap up, bring your girls with you. Like, we're gonna need all of it. Because these kids back here, him with one hand is worth, I don't know, 100 Demon Core kids. Him with one hand is probably equal to an Inosuke, equal to a Zenitsu. He could really be of help. Like, massive help. I need the old man to send him a letter. I'm not gonna lie. Is that it? Oh no. Oh, whoa. We got like 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to need the master to contact Tengen immediately. Because even though these guys aren't going to be of any use against, unless it's like lower fodder, Tengen can be a valuable piece. Very valuable. And I don't mean to like And I wouldn't put it out there as an order, but I would ask him, like, could you do this for us? You probably are sacrificing your life. We know you're not, you know, in your top shape and never will be. But it's needed. It is. It's very needed. Now that upper 4 that we saw, is that a new one? Did he juice somebody else up or what? Because even though we sat there and we're like, oh, there's only 3 upper moons left, can he not just take somebody that might be like semi-decent and just juice them up? Hey. Off we go. No way we're not going to revisit that random demon showing up, right? Everything's just going so great right now. Maybe everything stays great. This season, at least. I have a feeling we're in for some rude awakenings next season. Yeah? Oh shit, here we go. But it's true. What he's saying is true. They're gonna get done up in seconds. That's the next training. Let's see if there's an after credit at all, possibly. Whoa. Okay, let's not look at that. I'm trying to see if I can find that. What was it that we saw exactly? What was it that he was sent? Is that just an eyeball? Yeah. I don't remember, but wasn't one of the ones that we defeated last season, wasn't he number 4 as well? Wasn't the one that split and then kept splitting and then kept splitting again, wasn't he number 4? I think. So did he just take another prime candidate, juice him up with some of his blood? Not sure. I honestly can't remember fully. I know that there was the top 3 that we saw. The one that clearly is connected to Tanjiro in some way. Oh, I forget the other one's name. And then Aizen, or what? I don't know any of their names, to be honest. The one that killed Rengoku. I know that we had those 3 left the last time we left up, and I don't think there were any other upper moons besides that when we left at the end of last season. Now the girl that has the strumming instrument, I mean, I'm sure she has some kind of combat ability, but I don't think we're counting her as an upper moon. Or, I mean, maybe she's better than the average demon, who absolutely knows. But I'm very curious what we decided to do, because again, and they're saying it here of like, a lot of these people that are in this training, these boys, they're boys, honestly. They're just gonna be given to the slaughter. Let's be honest. They're just going to be slaughtered. So I don't know if that's what we're going to see, is just them getting wiped out by the bunches, or what the group plans to do. And if I'm the old master, I don't mean to put it on him, but I kind of do mean to put it on him. Tengen, I know you kind of retired from the game, but I'm not going to order him. Again, if he made the decision to retire, and he has his wives, so I get it and respect it, but I am going to request it of him and let him make that decision. Now, it's probably known that if he was to be given a request, he would never turn it down. So you probably know what you're getting into by even asking it. But you're gonna have to join us, man. Just be like, this is it here. And if you want a life where your wives and you and your wives' kids can be demon free, now who's to say if he dies and he won't get that? But hey, maybe not. Yeah, we need it. We definitely need it. So we'll leave it there. Let's see what they got for the next one. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,